This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Cyclone Alfred is now forecast to make landfall very early Saturday morning as rainfall and wind gusts intensify.
16 evacuation orders were issued for parts of the northern rivers here in New South Wales.
Waves of up to 12 metres have hit the Gold Coast. 3 airports have grounded flights and 4 million people told to stay at home.
Okay. We're going to throw to Shervo in a sec, are we? We're going to try to get him on in a second, but hasn't hit yet. Winds aren't picking up until around about midday today, and then the brunt of the storm, Cyclone Alfred, will be hitting. They're sort of saying early tomorrow morning now. But in Sydney, Sunday, we're going to be copping up to 100 millimetres of rain ourselves here in Sydney. So,
well, it's drifted south, hasn't it? I mean, it was expected to land a little bit high when it does hit the shores. But also, I know that Lismore, the residents have been evacuated overnight. That's where the Premier Chris Minns is at the moment as well. So as it continues to find its way heading further south, more and more people are being evacuated. And there's also hundreds of homes that have already lost power.
Well, we'll keep you updated all morning on Cyclone Alfred. But one man who I thought was a little bit insensitive rocking up to sunrise in a wetsuit and a surfboard this morning is Matt Shervington. Shervo is live on the Gold Coast. You there, Shervo?
Frothing, the waves are thick out here, guys.
Oh, no.
Storm. Unbelievable.
Man, we'll get him when he comes back in.
Mate, I wouldn't be put out there on a, death on a stick out there, mate. Wouldn't be caught out there.
Wouldn't be caught out there.
It's incredible, actually. It's amazing that some surfers are still going out. It blows my mind. I just can't believe that they're willing to risk themselves, but I guess that it is what it is. It's a bad storm on the Gold Coast when all the tattoo joints shut down as well.
Oh my God!
So, if you're trying to get some ink, good luck with that.
What about the tobacco stores? Have they shut up shop as well, Shervo? Have they all been firebombed?
Between the tobacco stores and 7-Eleven, they wouldn't shut down during an Armageddon event.
So, actually, Shervo, just paint a picture for us, because everyone's been to Main Beach on the Gold Coast. What's the sand and the shoreline there? Is it getting eaten away?
Yeah.
Like, how far's the water up?
Yeah, let's talk about the seriousness of it, because it really is. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm a bit concerned because we're still 170 k's off the coast, Alfred, at the moment. The wind in the last 6 to 8 hours has already been really intense. On our way we're at Burleigh at the moment for sunrise, and on the way from Broadbeach to Burleigh, we went through Miami, and we couldn't get through one particular road because there was a tree completely down. I jumped out and started filming, and didn't realise that there were power lines down too. So you've got to be careful of the hidden dangers. You talk about Main Beach, it's just not there at the moment. So I was up there yesterday, and if you've been to the Spit, which is the breakwall, which kind of goes out to the north of Main Beach, the locals were saying that about 100 metres offshore normally is where the shoreline would be. The shore was basically a metre in, and all the scarping was just completely about maybe 25 to 30 foot down to the kind of bottom part of the sand. It was incredible to see, and people were starting to stay away because just in the car, like the wind and the rain in the car makes it really difficult to drive. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of people around on the Gold Coast today.
You mentioned it's still 170 k's out to sea. How fast is it moving, and is it heading directly to the shore?
Well, yeah, I mean, the bomb isn't even saying how fast it is moving. They're just saying slow moving at the moment. We've just had an update from the bomb, and they're saying that it's going to hit at about kind of early hours of Saturday. They haven't even given a specific time yet either. But what they are saying is it's a Category 2. It's going to maintain its intensity as it hits land, which normally it would dissipate a bit, but they're saying that it's going to maintain as it crosses, which is not good news, obviously. Where it's currently tracking at the moment is around Moreton Bay. And also, it's also not great news for Brisbane too, because if it does maintain its intensity, it's going to hit Brisbane only 25 k's up the road with that Category 2 level of intensity. So not great news.
Shervo, could it peter out though? Like, could it go the other way? Could it slow down a little bit and be a bit underwhelming?
I asked the bomb that specifically yesterday. Is there any chance it could peter out? And they said no, straight up, no.
Oh my God. So could it go the other way though, Shervo?
It may reduce its intensity, but it's not going to peter out.
Shervo, can you have like a wind change, like a bushfire, where it changes direction?
Well, it's been pretty unpredictable at the moment. It's already shifted a bit further north, the predicted landfall. So it's around that Moreton Bay area. And if you know Sunshine Coast, Noosa, that sort of area. That's kind of the tip of the intensity of it.
Yep.
And then it goes a little bit further beyond, and then right down past where we are, Coolangatta, that sort of area, and then further down into New South Wales is where that rain band and really destructive winds are going to hit as well. So, it's still
Saturday
a really
morning.
broad area.
Well,
Hey, just before you go, Shervo, is it true that one of your reporters and the cameraman got some stuff flogged while you were doing a live cross? Is that correct?
I'm not sure, mate. I know that in Adelaide they got a light stolen a couple of weeks ago, or last week it was. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, not saying that Adelaide's a dodgy area, but
yes, it is.
They were on Rundle Mall actually, and
I'm sorry, I'd had a few.
And got a light stolen.
Well, do you know what I love, Shervo? I love that the Queenslanders, they haven't lost their sense of humour. At one of the bus stops there's a sign hanging out, which I've just seen on the Batuta Advocate site, that says, "The only Alfie we will ever need," and it's got Alfie Langer, a cardboard cutout that's been put up at the bus stop.
Yeah.
So the sense of humour remains, mate, but you're doing an amazing job, and we know there's a lot of information coming in, so we thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys. Just going to jump back in my wetsuit. I'll see you out there.
Good on you, legend.
Hey, if you keep this up as a reporter, you may get on the breakfast show one day on Sunrise. So good luck, Shervo.
That'd be nice. Thanks, mate.
Good to have the
hard yards.
Good to have the work
See you guys.
experience kit on. See you, mate.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.